Hi everyone, welcome for joining us this afternoon here in the UK.
We are very excited to do our first New York Liftoff voting roundup.
And if you do hear any weird growling sounds or weird sounds, it's not myself or Claire. We've got
Probably
Rupert here. He's our little sausage dog. He'll be joining us on the chat this morning. So I do apologise if he does bark or just pop into frame every now and again.
He is officially our New York Liftoff Film Festival mascot, as we have to be here in the UK.
Yes. And I just want to say hi to everyone in the chat room. Hi, Gwendoline. Good morning from Brooklyn. Thank you so much for joining us. I actually got this, I don't know if you can see it. I actually got this collar here. There you go. From Brooklyn. It was from a wonderful Nigerian shop in Williamsburg, and it is so popular here in the UK, this collar. Everyone asks me where I get it from, so I'm just so grateful that you have those really cool and unique independent shops out there. So.
Everybody comments on how handsome he looks in that, and we get to say, we got it at our film festival.
Yeah, it's a good what's it called? A souvenir, a good souvenir to keep, so.
Definitely.
Yes. Shall we crack on?
Okay, so without further ado, as they say, let's commence our voting roundup. So just going to start by looking back over at the festival. Here we go. Sorry, just get that cursor out the way for you.
There we go. So we have got our 7 programmes. Is it 7 programmes in total? Yes, it is.
7 programmes. As it says there, screening for the entire month, which we are super excited about. As we said on Tuesday's stream, it is the first time we've done this because we just want to give everyone the maximum opportunity to watch all of these amazing films.
I mean, there's 655 films taking part in this online festival, which is insane if you think about that. We'd never be able to host that many films in a venue, so this is just a wonderful opportunity to bring people's attention to the world of independent film and the well-deserved films as well.
Totally. All of them so deserving of a platform. And we were just saying the other day, weren't we, how we find it staggering how many amazing films get submitted to us. It is just fantastic. And here they all are then.
So if you are a filmmaker taking part in the New York Festival, do say hello in the chat room. I will be there keeping an eye on it and being able to answer any questions that you may have. We are also doing a filmmaker interview session on Wednesday, and we will be selecting the filmmakers who are taking part in the New York Festival from the chat room. So the filmmakers who are engaging the most, we want to support you back and get you onto one of these live streams later on. So do engage in the chat room, find out what other films the other filmmakers have made that are in this chat room.
Yeah, do say hi. We don't bite. Rupert doesn't bite. It will be really nice to talk to you and get some of you on those Wednesday streams, which, as Nat says, we're going to be doing for the whole month.
Yes.
As it says there, all links will be in this description. And now let's just run through the voting process. I'm just going to turn our mic off for a sec as we watch the trailer. Here we go.
Our online festivals are designed to bring much needed new audience to true indie film with a voting process that provides valuable insight for filmmakers. The winning films will receive an official selection to an upcoming Liftoff Film Festival. To vote, please write voted along with 2 titles of the films you are choosing. Then, head to the online voting form to give your feedback on each film. This will be sent to the filmmakers at the end of the festival. You can visit this page on our website, which is updated every morning to see the current score breakdowns. Thank you for participating in the Liftoff Online Festival and supporting true indie film.
Okay, so that there was the voting system.
So I don't know if anyone watched the presentation on Tuesday, which was the launch of the New York Festival, and then we also gave a roundup of what was happening for the Tokyo Festival, which the top films were going into the second round. So similarly, with the New York prizes, there will be a second round. So audience choice and jury selections from each of the 7 programs will be migrated to the network round from here. Selected winners will receive live screenings at New York Liftoff Festival 2020. They were
2021.
2021.
I know.
I mean, this year is a bit of a write-off, so...
It is. We get 2020 over again. A do-over.
A do-over.
And in addition to that,
there are going to be a few season award nominations.
Super exciting.
So we have lots of categories, as you can see there, from Best Short Live Action Narrative to Best Actor, Best Acting Ensemble, Best Art Director, Best Cinematography, Best Director, Best Post-Production, Best Music Video, Best Animation, and one of my personal favourites.
Yes.
Best Feature Live Action Narrative, Best Feature Documentary, Best Short Documentary, and there are a few others that we put in here and there, including Best First Time Film as well. Like I've mentioned,
category dependent, yeah.
Like I've mentioned over and over again, this is one of our highlights of the year. It is a wonderful, wonderful night where we all get to dress up, walk down the red carpet, maybe drink a bit too much alcohol, but it's a great night and highly, highly recommend.
Lift off goes glam for a night.
Yes.
Because that's not really what we're about, you know. All of our festivals, we like to be
very cool, they're kind of underground.
Yeah.
We find really nice venues like we had in New York with Videology when it was open. I'm so sad that they closed down.
Yeah.
And then the Stuart Bar and Cinema is where we hosted the festival last year, another very cool venue in Greenpoint.
Yeah, super cool independent venues that massively just match what our vibe is, what we're all about. But the Season Awards is our one night of, feeling a little bit more glamorous. Red carpet.
Yeah.
Champagne.
But on another note, I really do hope those cinemas in New York are surviving through this current situation that we're going through. So
totally.
Yes. Shout out to Stuart Bar and Cinema.
So, on to the voting roundup then. So, just a note to say that these following stats that we're about to run through are based on as of 12 o'clock today.
Yep.
So, things could have potentially changed already, so don't hold us to that. That's the disclaimer.
But yeah, as you were saying, the films that are in this system have, oh my god, why can I not speak this afternoon? Is that Friday feeling?
It's Friday.
The votes that have followed the correct procedure are the ones that you're going to announce later today. So what is that procedure?
Yeah, so all votes commented on our comment wall will 100% be counted. We had this in a question on Tuesday. So fear not, we absolutely will be making sure that every vote counts. But the votes that we're talking about today are the ones that have followed the exact procedure as laid out on those Vimeo pages. So that's commenting on the comments wall with your two favourite choices, and then going to the online link, which is posted every day in that comment wall, and it's also in the description at the top of the Vimeo page, which is the more in-depth voting form. So we want that cross-check reference to make sure that, just to keep the system fair and ticking on. So if there are some votes that you think haven't been counted, that will be why. So we're always going to be referring to the votes that have 100% followed
the full procedure.
System.
Yeah. Okay. Should we find out what films they are?
Let's start. So here we go then. The films that are currently in the lead.
We'll be taking it from each programme as well.
Yes, from each programme. So starting with our Trendsetters shorts. Natty, you or me?
You go first.
Okay.
I know there's some tricky names in this whole list, so I'm going to just put the disclaimer out now. I am so sorry if I mispronounce your name, read your synopsis wrong. It happens, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So from our Trendsetters short then, so we've got 148 people watching this shorts programme so far. The stats for every programme actually have been unbelievable, haven't they, Nat? It's been great.
It's when I see the countries, like for example, this programme's have 13 countries viewing it, and that just blows my mind.
Yeah, obviously we've got loads of viewers in America, which is fantastic, being our New York festivals. We've got lots of American films here at the top of the votes, as you'll see at the moment. But viewers from absolutely everywhere across the globe.
Yeah.
Very cool. Let's keep that going. So the top 3 films at the moment on Trendsetters Shorts is The Something Else, A Brunette Kiss, and Bridge Over Blue. And so we will take a look at those now. So The Something Else, directed by Thomas Babbitt, an American film. So a lively, action-packed sequel to the 2016 The Something. The new story, written, drawn, edited, animated, scored, and voiced by Tom Babbitt.
True independent filmmaker.
Yeah, wow. You know, putting all those hats on. So phenomenal work, Tom. Revises the original mother and son characters as the son, Milo, tries to wrestle with yet another of life's challenging little questions. This time, it's who am I? And great poster there. I mean, immediately, I think we're both drawn to that, aren't we?
It just looks fun.
How would you not want to watch something with that poster?
Is that a giraffe shirt it's wearing?
Oh my God, I actually think it might be. There we go. And so the film in second position is A Brunette Kiss by Adalberto Restino. A German soldier tells his grandson how he killed Hitler. Wow. Through his eyes, we recover the hidden reality of history. But had things happened the way he remembers it? A Brunette Kiss is the second chapter of Adalberto Restino's series. So very cool there. So anybody who has loved watching this film, go and check out the prequel. It's very cool.
And the next film
is also Adalberto Restino. Amazing. 2 films in the top at the moment, in the lead. So the second one being Bridge Over Blue, a tale of lost in translation love.
Very, very cool. Well done for getting 2 films in the top.
Yeah, very cool. Love it when we screen filmmakers with multiple works because, I mean, we always say it, Lift Off. You'll hear us say it all the time in these streams. You are more than one film.
Absolutely.
You know, so this is fantastic. Love seeing people creating more and more work.
Okay, so the next is the Trendsetter feature. So we've got 106 viewers from 14 countries, with 34 votes currently as of 12 p.m. today. So that is Hawks Ridge with 6 votes, One Chance with 5 votes, and A Lost Song, The Mystery Man with 5 votes.
Cool.
So Hawks Ridge is directed by Foster Solomon from the USA. So, a microcosm of current events, Hawk Ridge is the story of a black grieving ex-pastor who ponders whether to save the life of the white man who killed his wife. Sounds deep.
It does. And that poster does add to like the mystery.
Yeah, it really has that vibe around it.
It does. Okay.
Okay, and One Chance directed by Raymond Ramos, again from the US, which is great. This is a famous boxer, I believe. So the life and legacy of Robert Pinking, how do you say that one again? Quiroga, yeah. The story of a man from humble beginnings who rose from the west side streets of San Antonio to capture the first world title of his city. Friends, family and colleagues discuss his life, death and the impact he left on the world. Again, this looks like a film that you'd see on Netflix, that poster and the current films that they're screening.
It does. And I mean, when we were talking about being blown away by all the films that we get sent in, the features as well, you know, when we've seen obviously how much work it is to like get a feature off the ground, made, completed and sent to festivals. So I just think congratulations to all of you. It's just amazing stuff to see.
And then the final one in this round is A Lost Song, The Mystery Man by Kyle Driver. So filmed also from America. So well done, you American voters. Keep them coming. So filmed in different locations throughout the Northeast, Kyle Driver's film A Lost Song, The Mystery Man takes place in the early 2000s, when music sharing was beginning to take form. A local musician plays the same club every week where his childhood friend Sasha works. Set to music of local independent musicians. Nice. Very, very cool. Nice. The film follows the heartache and successes of a new career that intervened with loss and friendship. A Lost Song, The Mystery Man gives us a reminder of the excitement of music as well as the turmoil that it may bring.
Oh, we see lots of cool, like, music films, don't we?
We do. And the chat room's going. Hi, everyone.
Nice.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Cool. Hi, everybody. On to Pathfinders. So as you can see here, voting on Pathfinders has been neck and neck. So we haven't got 3. We've got 5 films because of that tie there. So we've got Hey Dreamer and Black Fratsman both on 5 votes. And then there was Damien, Bending and Globe all on 4 votes. So super close, but 181 people watching Pathfinders. We're great. Almost at 200 viewers already and we're only 1 week in. Wow. Yeah. And 19 countries. So Hey Dreamer by David Erber. So this multi-genre film starts with 3 seemingly unconnected stories. In the first tale, a down-on-his-luck movie director finds inspiration as 2 optimists cross paths while trying to make the world a better place in the other plots. The stories all come together and unite for a feel-good ending. Who doesn't love a feel-good ending?
Exactly.
Black Fratsman, directed by Jalil Hills. Trey is interested in joining his school fraternity but receives backlash from his friends. Another American film there. Nice. And then there was Damien, directed by Chauncey Johnson. A young woman named Karen has been arrested and institutionalised following a murder she claims she didn't commit. While Karen tries to explain that a man named Damien is responsible for the murder, a detective and her doctor try to put together the missing pieces of Karen's story. However, evidence supports a different theory, casting doubt on Karen's version of what happened. Now it becomes a case of proving if Karen is criminally insane, with major mental health problems, or if Damien really exists.
Very cool.
And cool poster there.
Yes.
Bending, directed by Ben Kemper. Luce feels trapped inside himself, unable to connect to the people around him. His family doesn't see who he truly is, they see his female body. But when Luce visits his grandfather Dan, their identities become entangled. Present moments remind Dan of past events, and he slips in and out of time, seeing Luce as the man with whom he once had a love affair. The social detachment that Luce and Dan share brings a moment of latent connection, allowing Luce to reveal the person he wants to be.
Nice.
Yeah, we get so many great films on such important social topics, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least on this page then, also on 4 votes, is Globe, a German film, directed by Mark Leppin. A music video, nice, of a song called Globe by the band DMN from Berlin.
Very, very cool. I love that a music video has managed to get into the top rounds.
Yeah,
as well.
we love it. We see so many great music videos. As you saw earlier, one
It
of
is
our
a category,
categories,
yeah.
one of our season award categories. How many of phenomenal music videos have we had over the years at season awards?
There's one that always sticks in mind, and I'm not swearing, but it's called Kaka Motherfucker.
Yeah. Animation.
Spelt amazingly as well. I'm not going to try and spell it out loud, but it was an animation music video that just was phenomenal.
Yeah. Super
Great
cool.
song.
Take us through Trailblazers.
Yes, so I was just looking into the chat, and then lots of people are recommending each other's films in here, which
yes.
is exactly what we wanted to see. So thank you for doing that, and keep doing that so we then can see which films you're liking as well.
Yeah, following on from that, I mean, we'll come back to this later, I think, but today we had a post in our members' Facebook group, and somebody who had watched loads of these documentaries and loved them, listed a few.
Who was that?
And I think that was Peter.
Ah.
And he posted about our Tokyo docs and some of the things that he loved about them. And I just thought, that is so great. That's exactly what this is all about. So, yeah, keep watching, keep commenting and feedback. It's fantastic.
Great. So the Trailblazers short. So we've had 159 viewers from 15 countries. So All My Sons Presents Flowers, 9 votes. Speed, 6 votes. And Wherefore Art Thou Theo, 4 votes. So All My Sons Present Flowers, directed by Jared Smith. So shot on one location at the flower shop in NYC. Good, nice and local. Flowers are a humorous take on a bar culture and different generations' views of dating. Just as the single evokes 70s soft rock and funk music, the video modernizes 70s film imagery with the costumes, production design and cinematography broken into 3 brief narratives with Witness Nolan, so the lead vocalist and guitar, Danny on drums and Sack the lead guitar, respectively, squanders romantic opportunities due to toxic behavior. That sounds insane.
Super cool.
I bet that was such a fun production as well, with the costumes and everything else. 70s is one of my favourite.
And another music video. Yeah, that's very, very cool.
Get those flares on, Claire.
Ooh. We'll be dancing away.
Yeah, exactly. So Speed by Nicholas Stachurski. So another US film, fantastic.
This was actually a Vimeo staff pick I saw as well. So
amazing.
That's very cool.
Cool. And Vimeo staff picks are often just incredible films.
Yeah,
so
we love watching
well done,
those.
Nicholas, for getting a staff pick on top of being part of the New York Lifter Film Festival, of course. So growing up, you are faced with many pathways, but never can you actually predict what road you will end up on. Speed Miller, Detroit, narrates ended up on a different path than most. In fact, he ended up on a horse, brought up in Detroit city limits at his granddad's house. Speed spends most of his time just outside of town tending to his granddad's small horse farm. From a young age, Speed was faced with difficult choices, a product of hard times and a rough upbringing. Some of these choices led to Speed down a tumultuous, I always get that tongue twisted, path that eventually results in jail time and several arrests.
I haven't seen this film yet, but I'm very excited to watch it. Funny enough, my brother was in Detroit just last year and loved it, so it'll be cool to take a look.
And then finally, Wherefore Art Thou, Theo, so by Theodore Schaffner as well, also from the US. Wherefore Art Thou, Theo? Wherefore Art Thou, Theo? It sounds so romantic. Is a short animation documenting the series of voicemails my mother sent me during a time of loss. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, cool poster as well. On to our Newcomers feature then. So our features by first-time filmmakers. Super cool. We've got 67 people watching these so far from 15 countries. 18 of you whom have already cast your votes. So we've got My Brothers and Friends with 6 votes in pole position there.
Yep.
Carnival and Paralysis both on 4 votes. So, My Brother and Friends, directed by Noah Marks, a struggling student who faces financial and mental hardship, finds solace in a fraternity and one of its enigmatic members. Carnival, popping poster there. Nice. Canadian film by Alexandre Levine. So, a year ago, Julie's parents died in a car crash. She moves and meets new people, argues, plays sports, goes to an amusement park. As she wanders through the sunny summer of 1996, she grows, changes, and blossoms. This fully independent film is Alexandre Levine's first feature. It is made entirely from grainy video footage, steeped in a nostalgic 1990s aesthetic. Very cool. There is disconcerting intimacy here with privileged, almost secret access to deeply private thoughts and a bygone time. Cool. Who doesn't love a bit of nostalgia? And a Polish film, Paralysis by Tom Sajewski. Shin is caught between dreams and reality. She tries to cope with everyday responsibilities, not being sure if what she sees is real or not.
Wow, you screened at a lot of festivals.
That
is very impressive.
Thinking that. Yeah, look at all those laurels.
Congratulations. Okay, so then Newcomers Shorts 1. So it's had 113 views from 11 countries. So it's gone 44 votes at the moment as of 12 p.m. today, BST. So catching up with 12 votes, Old Blue Eyes 6 votes, and Boogie Rage with 5 votes. So catching up, Fauzi's actually in the chat room at the moment. Thank you for joining us. Well done for getting this far. Cool poster as well. Love the shoes. They really make it pop.
Yeah.
So a surprise visit from an old friend digs up the past and reveals an incident that separated them 10 years ago. Wow. So if anyone is in the chat room, do say hello to Fauzi. He is there.
Nice.
And then Old Blue Eyes by Christian Parkinson from the US. So Frank Sinatra is retiring from show business. He'll play one last show at the Hoboken Town Hall before hanging up his mic and putting it all behind him, or so he says. Based on a true story, Old Blue Eyes is a film that explores the life of Mickey, a man with early onset Alzheimer's, and has found friendship with Charlie, a bartender who's new in town.
Sounds great.
Sounds very cool. And then finally, Boogie Rage by Lukey Lou. Very cool name. Lukey Lou. That rolls really nicely off the tongue. Also from the US. So Lee, a talented popping dancer, wants to win the biggest battle competition in CA to get rid of the dangerous hood. After being established as a potential dancer by Hugh, an OG popping master, Lee grabs the opportunity to learn from Hugh.
Nice.
Cool. Love a dance film.
Yeah, me too. And finally, last but not least, Newcomers Shorts 2, which so far has had the most engagement out of all the pages. This has been staggering. 198 viewers, so we're almost at 200 already, from 20 different countries. And 100 of you have already cast your votes. Very cool.
Yeah, it's so impressive.
Very, very cool. So we have the creation and animation on 17 votes there. Taravin 13th on 12 votes, and Designation Limbo on 9. So to begin, the creation and animation, directed by Daryl Richardson and Jake Courier. A Journey from the Heaven to the Garden of Delight gives us a modern day take through song and dance on God's plan for humanity and the deception, destruction and devastation that arrived on a one-way backslide. Wow, nice colourful poster there. In second place at the moment, Taravin 13th, directed by Swaminathan Venkatraman, who I actually had a really nice Skype with yesterday. So if you're watching this, Swaminathan, hello. So Taravin is the story of a man who mourns a death 13 days, as per Hindu rites, as he reflects back on his life and emerges stronger at the end of the 13th day as he moves on in his life. Nice. And then, last but not least, Designation Limbo, a UK film, directed by Callum John. And the logline there, during the early days of the Cold War, an academic sits in an interrogation trying to prove his innocence to a stoic British intelligence officer, despite all the evidence pointing to him as a traitor of his country.
Dun, dun, dun.
There we go.
I feel like that poster really captures that time as well.
Yeah, nice to see like a period piece in there as well. It's always interesting to see those.
Okay, so they are the films that are currently in pole position. This time next week we will be recapping the biggest movers of the week. So it doesn't necessarily mean the films that are in pole positions, but the ones that have had the most movement throughout the lift. Yeah, throughout the week.
Yeah, that will be exciting to see because it could all be different.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you to everyone who has been commenting away. It's so good to see you supporting each other's films. We will be selecting 3 filmmakers from the chat room today to come and join us on Wednesday. So do keep an eye on your inboxes as we will be reaching out to you.
I was just seeing there, Foster Solomon saying that the poster you liked is me standing on the edge of the cliff trying not to die. Well, I'm so relieved you lived to tell the tale and you're here with us today.
Yeah.
But it was worth it.
Absolutely.
Risk it for the art. There we go, for those great graphics that we're always saying you need.
So are you a filmmaker looking to launch your career? If so, you should.
Yeah, if so, then we're your answer to everything.
You should join as a professional member. It costs $189 a year, but you get so much for that. You get free submissions to all of our festivals, showcases, and labs. You also get a career road mapping session. As you may have seen, we were doing those on a regular basis every Wednesday, in fact, with a group of filmmakers, which you can find on our YouTube channel. We do invite the audience here to join us when the restrictions are lifted, and we have an awesome jobs dashboard that promotes work all around the world. And then we go to all of the film markets around the world, including Cannes, TIFF, AFM, and EFM in Berlin.
Yeah, nice.
Yes.
So just visit liftoff.network/membership. The link will be in the description below.
And again, thank you for watching and thank you for supporting independent film. It means a lot to us and I know it means a lot to you. All of the links to watch the films are in the description below. And again, thank you to everyone who's commenting away. It's so good to see that.
Yeah. So just a little quick reminder of what we've got coming up then, because we have got an action-packed month, don't we, Rupert? Yes, it's tiring stuff.
It's so tiring.
So as we've already mentioned, our career road mapping sessions on Wednesday are being replaced this month with New York filmmaker interviews. So keep an eye out. Everyone who's been engaging with us, we will send some invites out and get some of you guys on Google Hangouts.
On Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yes. And join us again next week for the latest roundup of how the festival is going. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye from me. Bye from Rupert.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot, guys.